40 facts about the illusion of happiness. Most people post their happiest moments online, not their real life. The human brain releases dopamine when we get likes or validation. Social media is designed to trigger comparison and envy cycles. People often confuse attention with genuine connection. Constantly smiling can become a learned coping mechanism for pain. Studies show people lie more on social media than in person. The phrase, "I'm fine," is the most common emotional mask used daily. The need to appear happy is rooted in fear of rejection or judgment. Many adults inherit emotional suppression from childhood conditioning. Children who were told "don't cry" grow up unable to express emotions healthily. Fake positivity can create long-term emotional exhaustion. Overexposure to others' highlight reels lowers self-esteem. Many adults inherit emotional suppression from childhood conditioning. Many people confuse comfort with happiness. External validation trains the brain to depend on others for self-worth. Toxic positivity forces people to hide pain instead of heal it. Social media filters have increased body dysmorphia in both men and women. Over 70% of people admit to editing photos before posting them online. Algorithms reward positive-looking content, not honesty. People often equate wealth, looks, or popularity with happiness. The human brain cannot tell the difference between real joy and acted joy for short periods. Depression is often hidden behind humor and smiles. Suppressing sadness increases stress hormones like cortisol. Authentic happiness is silent. It doesn't need proof. The more someone tries to convince you they're happy, the less they probably are. Comparison is the thief of joy, and social media fuels it constantly. The perfect life aesthetic online is statistically unattainable for most people. Overconsumption of social media increases anxiety and loneliness. People often buy things they don't need to feel temporarily better. Gratitude without honesty becomes delusion. Smiling for others while breaking inside is a form of emotional labor. Validation addiction can be as powerful as substance addiction. Real happiness requires acceptance of sadness, not avoidance. People often fear vulnerability more than pain itself. Society glorifies constant productivity as a sign of fulfillment. Loneliness has become one of the biggest epidemics in the modern world. The human ego loves performance because it fears exposure. Keeping it together has become a cultural expectation. True peace often looks boring to those addicted to chaos. Happiness cannot be performed, it can only be experienced. The illusion of happiness dies when self-awareness begins. We live in an era where happiness has become a performance. Society rewards smiles more than sincerity, confidence more than honesty, and status more than self-awareness. From childhood, we're conditioned to hide pain, mask struggle, and appear okay, even when we're not. Social media amplified this, turning real lives into highlight reels and emotions into content. Social media amplified this. Each post, each selfie, each forced smile feeds a global illusion that everyone is fine except you. But the truth is, no one is always fine. Real happiness isn't something to show off. It's something to grow quietly inside yourself. It's built from awareness, acceptance, and honesty, not filters or validation. Once you stop performing for the world, you begin to actually feel for yourself. And that's where peace begins. Why people are no longer in tune with real happiness. In today's world, most people have forgotten what real happiness feels like. We live in a time where emotions are filtered, edited, and performed rather than felt. Happiness has become something people try to look like instead of something they actually experience. Everywhere you look, people are chasing moments that appear perfect. The expensive dinner, the vacation selfie, the romantic post, the outfit that says, "I'm doing great," but most of it is surface level. A mask covering emotional emptiness. The problem is that modern society teaches us to chase image instead of inner peace. Take social media, for example. Someone could be sitting in their car crying 5 minutes before posting a picture captioned "blessed and grateful," and another might be broke, lonely, or stressed, but still uploading photos that scream "living my best life." These aren't lies in the traditional sense, they're emotional disguises. We've learned that showing happiness brings acceptance, while showing pain makes people uncomfortable. Real happiness used to be about moments. Small, genuine things like laughing with friends, feeling safe at home, watching the sunset, or just being content without needing anything extra. Now, happiness has been replaced with validation. Instead of asking, "Am I happy?" people subconsciously ask, "Do I look happy enough for others to believe it?" We see this in relationships too. Many couples stay together not because they're truly fulfilled, but because their relationship looks good on Instagram. It becomes a show. The pictures, the captions, the vacations, they all paint a perfect story, but behind closed doors, there's distance, resentment, and emptiness. They're together for perception, not connection. The same thing happens with success. Someone might land a good job or buy a car and post it online, but deep down, they're still unsatisfied because their sense of happiness depends on how people react to their achievement. If the post doesn't get enough likes or comments, they start doubting themselves, as if their happiness wasn't real without public validation. Even the idea of self-love has been commercialized. We're told to buy things to feel good about ourselves. New clothes, fancy skincare, luxury trips, all branded as happiness. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from adding more to your life. It comes from understanding your life. You can wear designer clothes and still feel broken inside if you've never sat down to face your emotions. Real happiness isn't loud. It's not something you can post, filter, or prove. It's calm, silent, and deeply personal. That's when you realize how much of your happiness was borrowed from other people's approval. We've traded peace for performance. We've replaced self-connection with constant distraction. And the result is a generation that looks happy online, but feels lost in private. To reconnect with real happiness, we have to reverse this conditioning. We have to learn to feel again, without judgment, without filters, without needing proof. It starts by slowing down, being honest with yourself, and letting go of the idea that happiness needs an audience, because real happiness doesn't perform, it exists. Stop performing happiness. You don't need to look happy to be happy. Focus on feeling peace within yourself, not on convincing others you're okay. Be honest about how you feel. Real happiness starts when you stop pretending. If you're sad, admit it. Healing begins with honesty. Disconnect to reconnect. Spend time away from social media. Compare less, live more. Real life happens off the screen. Appreciate small moments. Joy hides in ordinary things. A good meal, laughter, sunlight, silence. Happiness is found in presence, not perfection. Don't chase validation. People's opinions change. What matters is your relationship with yourself, not their approval. Take care of your mind. Happiness is mental hygiene. Get enough sleep, eat well, and talk to someone when you need to. Build real connections. Spend time with people who listen, not just those who post. Depth matters more than followers. Let go of control. You can't control everything, and that's okay. Accept what you can't change and focus on what you can improve. Practice gratitude, not greed. Appreciate what you have before chasing more. Gratitude grounds you in reality. Find purpose, not distraction. Happiness isn't constant pleasure. It's doing meaningful things, even when they're hard. Be kind to yourself. You're allowed to rest, fail, and grow slowly. Self-compassion builds emotional stability. Live for moments, not likes. The most beautiful parts of life aren't always captured. Live them anyway. Stay curious. Keep learning, exploring, and questioning. Growth brings new joy. Accept that pain is part of life. You can't be happy all the time. Peace comes from accepting both light and dark. Protect your energy. Walk away from what drains you. Peace is more valuable than proving a point.